Taylor Swift said in an interview recently that there are over 100 different Easter eggs in the Fate of Ophelia music video. And if you have learned anything about me in the past 6 weeks since I publicly came out as a Swiftie, then you know I'm gonna try to find every single one. Let's go.
I had a list of over 100 Easter eggs to put into that video, and I was just going through my list and checking them off.
100 Easter eggs? That sounds like a friggin' challenge to me. Let's go. My roommates are out of town this week, which means I get a chance to expand. So why don't I change into something a little more comfortable? Yeah. Thank you for coming to the show. Let's get started, shall we? How good of you to come. God, I hope my roommates don't come home anytime soon. I've discovered through this process that there's a very fine line between set decoration and a shrine. So this one's going to be a tricky one to explain, but I'm going to break down every single Easter egg in the Fate of Ophelia music video. From Rep TV eggs to Eras Tour references to TS13 breadcrumbs. I'm getting into it. 100 Easter eggs. That sounds like a friggin' challenge to me. Let's go. For the record, this video is going to be a little bit less polished than my previous ones are because there's so much going on. Oh my gosh. The orange door scavenger hunt? I'm pretty sure we're not done with that. I'm pretty sure that's an anagram that leads to something else, that leads to something else, that leads to something else, but I don't have time. For the record, I sat down and I numbered all of them last night, and I found not 100, not 113, not even 126, but 130 different Easter eggs in this music video. Overkill? Absolutely. But I figure if any of them are wrong, I got some wiggle room. I got spares. I will be uploading this numbered version that I referenced to my Patreon if you want to go and watch it for yourself. Some of my numbers might be a little funky though, because throughout this process I of course found more and couldn't be bothered to go back and renumber all of them. First of all, we've got The Fate of Ophelia as the title in the carpet. We also have a janitor. He's listening to The Fate of Ophelia in his headphones. He's got an orange vacuum, and I'm pretty sure this is Jan, the backup dancer from the Eras Tour, so he's the Jan-iter. Makes sense? That's good. That's where we're at. Up here at the top, we've got a golden portrait of Taylor, Max Martin, and Shellback, producers of this album. They're also behind a fountain, which is akin to the This Is Why We Can't Have Nice Things set piece from when she was on tour. A song which starts out, bass beat rattling the chandelier. And on a very serpentine album, if you will. Up next, we have Taylor's, but then 2 additional portraits of Ophelia by John Everett Millay and Frederick Wilhelm Theodore. Taylor seems to be posed like this one. In the background, we also have 4 movie posters, and their titles are Easter eggs. We've got Wood, track title. We've got Actually Romantic, track title. We also have something called Female Rage the Musical, which was the joke name of the act added to the Eras Tour after Tortured Poets Department.
She's angry singing, but make it vaudeville. Which ended up being breadcrumbs for this.
And then we have one that I can't make out, because someone, for the love of God, needs to teach Taylor's team how to upload things in 4K. Because 1080p ain't cutting it. I gotta watch it over and over again, and it's gotta be in HD. You know? If I had to guess, I think it would be Opalite. Let's keep going. So that is 12 Easter eggs in the first frame of this music video. Oh my God, it's 12 in the... 12 Easter eggs in the first frame of this music video for which album? Number 12, baby. Let's keep going. We zoom into Taylor's Ophelia through the painting, which apparently they referred to as the breaking of the parallax.
That's what we were calling the breaking of the parallax.
Fancy. But instead of drowning, this Ophelia gets up and starts moving on her own volition. And when does she do that? When does Taylor get her own agency? You better believe that it's at second 13, baby. And that is our 13th Easter egg. Coincidence? I think not. She's also surrounded by flowers. Very reticent of the Eras Tour piano. Number 14 is this little orange bird. That is a reference to another portrait, Blessed Beatrix. This painting was made in memoriam of the same woman who posed for the Ophelia portrait, Elizabeth Siddal. This one was done by her husband, Dante Gabriel Rossetti. The bird is pictured in the final portrait he made of her, and it's holding a poppy in its mouth. His wife passed away specifically due to the events of the painting of Ophelia. She was posed in the bath in the middle of an incredibly harsh London winter. And as opposed to causing a ruckus, she didn't mention that the candles keeping the bath warm had gone out. And thus, she caught a cold, was sent to the hospital, got addicted to opium, passed away. That's why the bird has a poppy in its mouth. So that's the orange bird that we see. Up next, another Eras Tour dancers. This one, his name is Raphael. What is this? A painting. Who is Raphael? A painter. And if you want a little juicy gossip about Raphael's life, may I recommend my Beef and Art video. Also, his shirt is that mint green color, which is the color of the album. Not totally sure which one that Easter egg is supposed to be. That's what I think, though. We break the parallax. Up next, we got a megaphone. I heard you calling on the megaphone. Megaphone itself, I think, is another Easter egg, but I'm still chewing on that one that I think relates to the orange door. There's an anagram that untangles, and megaphone in the song is at the 13-second mark, but I'm still chewing on that. I'll make a video if I figure it out. Next, we have 12 orange stars on the wall, but not only that, we also have the backup singers from the Eras Tour. Taylor's backup singers, what's the name of their group? The Starlights, baby. It's another egg. We've got the sourdough. We've got You're as Sweet as a Peach. We've got I Took Her Pearls of Wisdom. We also have the orange bird again, and we've got a statue of Taylor's cat. Additionally, what I'm not sure about is this blurry structure in the background. It has the same proportions as the Statue of Liberty. And one of the first Easter eggs that people thought when they found out about the color scheme of this album was that it was a reference to the Statue of Liberty. It was the Statue of Liberty started out this orangey copper color, then oxidized into the mint green that we have today. People were saying it's a metaphor for her being another famous showgirl who is changed by exposure, not unlike Taylor herself. Granted, this one is blurry, and I'm not sure if that color scheme was the original intention because that's not found anywhere in the album. However, I think that someone, if not Taylor herself, somebody on her team is keeping track of what the masses are clinging on to. And since Easter egging is such an imprecise means of communication, whatever they latch onto, whatever gets caught, if it's easy enough to incorporate into the narrative, they'll do it. We saw this with the locks, which was one of the first images that we officially saw from the Life of the Showgirl era. The first lock we saw was completely blank. Then people said, oh, it's a lock, and the Eras Tour stage is the key. The next time we saw the locks, they had the Eras Tour stage on it. So what I'm saying is if she saw people thinking that it was the Statue of Liberty, that's easy enough to incorporate into the narrative because right around when the New Heights podcast was airing would have been about the timeline when she would have been finishing up VFX for this music video, especially if it's right next to this bird that they would have had to VFX anyway. Adding in a little smudge right there, small potatoes. I didn't get any footage of this particular portrait from the release party, but that's how I would know if it was added after the fact. Let's keep going. We have another watch, but I can't tell what it is because Taylor's team needs to upload it in 4K. Another exit sign. We've got a match. Cam is wearing a cardigan. We also have a stack of life preservers we're about to see in the next scene. We additionally are backstage, which might be an Easter egg for the Eras Tour documentary and the behind the scenes footage that we might be getting soon. People think that the exit sign might be part of that too. She lights a match. It's part of the fire, whatever. Also, these lights in the background. This light was also seen in the Target promo. It harkens back to an old theater tradition where a stagehand would, after everybody left, would leave a single lit light on in the middle of the stage. Very showgirl, very theater. Up next, we go through a door. Not sure if that's supposed to be one or not. I didn't count it. This scene. In this hallway, we've got the headshots of the bees who wish that she's gonna die. We also have a phone because what? Old Taylor can't come to the phone right now, even if you are calling on a megaphone, which is another Rep TV reference. Also in this reflection, you can see pretty clearly that there are 12 lights around each of the mirrors. Also, there's this weird dress hanging on a light back there. I don't know what that is. It's something. If somebody else knows, then help. Oh, she also was wearing white diamonds in the previous scene and in this one. My white diamonds and lovers are forever, which might be a Maddie and Joe reference. My white diamonds and lovers are forever on the screen and in their minds. I'm just saying, she's good at combining things for plausible deniability, and that feels similar to that. Up next, we have a very vigilante shit look, like from the Eras Tour, but make it red, which might be even more of an Easter egg because Cam on Instagram referenced those lyrics recently. The clock's set to 10:03, album release date. We also have a fan. It's black. Another something to do with fans. We've got another phone. We've got more perfume, which White Diamonds was the name of Elizabeth Taylor's perfume line. More evidence that there's a perfume line coming. We have how many mirrors? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And normally I am not like a 5 holes in the fence type girly with the Swifties, but this is the first of multiple references to the number 6 that we are going to see in this music video. 6 mirrors, 6 dancers. Which album is number 6, baby? Reputation. Red, possibly for the Chiefs. Pledge allegiance to your team. Oh, we've got the photos on the mirror, reference to the vinyl variant poem. We've got Marjorie, we've got Cabaret, we've got some tickets. We also have a screenshot from the Travis Kelce Kiss, Marry, Kill interview. Incredible. Perfect.
Also, these reflections don't line up. There's something hinky going on. It might have to do with her going through the looking glass.
There's another photo back there. I don't know what it is right now. Another possible Kansas reference. They're wearing ruby red slippers, like Dorothy, Wizard of Oz. Another one that I might need help with is this move right here. This dance move. I think she might be throwing up a letter K for Kelsey or Red Kingdom, because Kingdom is this in sign language. So I'm not, and this would be we. I'm not sure what this is. So if anybody is fluent in ASL and can tell me, because I know that this is hello, which is a move that she does. So if anybody could tell me if this is something, that would be helpful, which is insane that Taylor is now getting the non-hearing people looped in to her music. She doesn't care if you can hear it or not. She wants you to participate. Ugh, she's crazy. Also, she's got a mild Marilyn look here. Maybe that's something. What else? How many dancers? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There's 2 different looks on this couch here. There's a couple on this clothes rack and then even more on this clothes rack. I think those are the outfits that we see in the different vinyl variants. I know at least the pink one is, but I'm not as deep in the outfit stuff. Up next, we've got orange, we've got sparkly. That's the color of the album. This scene is also the strongest case for Rep TV. Don't believe me? Well, let's look. In the previous scene, we also saw a cup with a very particular pattern. Normally I'd say, it's just a coincidence, except for that particular cup was also a prop in the LA pop-up, and it looks not unlike snakeskin. Don't believe me? What is that? That is a snakeskin dress if I've ever seen one. In black? What is that? That's Reputation, baby. We also have a black wig. We've got 6 band members on stage. We have 6 lights in the audience. We have 6 gems around her neck. This is Rep TV to a T, baby. Sorry, I'm getting too excited, but it's true. I hope my roommates don't come home. What else? Let's keep going. This dance, very go-go dancers. This also looks kind of like her attempt at a TikTok dance. I took the apples right to the core. Also, I think that bracelet is like a green, very snake-like. Also, number 58 is the little interior design embellishment that we see in the Wood lyric video. And it looks particular. It looks the way that it looks. We have the thing from the Wood music video. Next, we've got Under the Bright Lights. A bit of a stretch. Black nails. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? I have to admit, gang, I am a post-Reputation Swiftie. That's the album that made me a Swiftie. Isn't that crazy? Isn't that insane? But truly, it's the marketing that she did for this album that blew my mind. The single image of a snake after not seeing her. Oh, genius. I loved it. But perhaps the biggest hint for Rep TV. Not only that, it's Easter egg number 60. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 different sides on that diamond. I'm telling you, there's 6s all over this thing.
This is Reputation of a showgirl, dang it.
Also, if I were more insane, I would go and check to see if this was Morse code on this guy's shirt. I'm not going to. I think it's Minnie. Also, I don't know what this one is, but that looks like an Easter egg. Her short. It looks kind of like a ladder, which is another thing that we've been seeing a lot of lately. Huts. This is a reference to a different Ophelia painting. She also has what looks like either an opalite, a white diamond ring, I'm not totally sure. Also, her dress is giving the Scarlet Letter or something else. I'm not sure which that's a reference to, but it is something. Get in the comments. Tell me what your thoughts are, all right? I am not a perfect T-Swift oracle. I am not omniscient when it comes to the T-Swizzleverse, but I do know a lot. Also, it might occur to me, a lot of you don't know, the reason I am good at finding Easter eggs is that this is what I used to do for a living. I'm a director.
I have several short films and music videos of my own where I employ this superpower, but in reverse.
So of course I'm good at it. Plus I'm obsessed. And I like talking to people in code. Whoops. Up next, how many dancers on this boat? That's right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. What are they doing? Dancing through the lightning strikes. And who is this? Jan, again, on a ladder. He on the Eras tour, his choreography was very ladder adjacent. So they put him up on a ladder again. Pretty cute. Also, this right here, what you guys know about a little play called Hamlet? What you know about a little to be or not to be? What you know about a little, that is the question, whether 'tis nobler in the mind to endure the slings and arrows of outrageous fortune, or in a sea of troubles take arms and by opposing end them. Where is she? A sea of troubles. What is she doing? Taking arms. Who is she? Mother freaking Ophelia. Easter egged. Huh? Be honest, did you guys know that I was a theater kid? Probably. Also, Cam has a parrot on his shoulder. I don't know what that's about, but it's something. This one, I'm not sure if it's an Easter egg or not. I just like it, but it could be. You could make the argument for it. Their little this move is given very hypnotized. Is giving very hypnotized. Maybe. Dancing through the lightning strikes. Also, I couldn't find any particular operas where a woman is made to walk the plank, but there is an opera where a woman is forced to jump off of a cliff and into water in order to save her love interest. Which feels very apropos, and that's what I have to say about that type of plot. Which feels like what Taylor's tried to say too, saved from the fate of that sort of nonsense. If you had a chance to change your fate, would you? Oh, also 72, this might be a T for Taylor. Look, they're not all winners. But that relates to my big theory, which I haven't even gotten around to making yet. There's just so much going on. Let's keep going. Up next, we got sequins. Sequins are forever. We've got opalite nails. We also have 2 different rings, similar to the opalite color. More opalite nails, another opalite looking ring. I think that ring might be something additionally. Red lip, classic Taylor too. Cat eye, sharp enough to kill a man. I'm telling you. They have life preservers because that would have saved Ophelia from her fate. Pretty clever, right? This mint green, either the color of the album or this blue is the color of Travis Kelce's eyes, which she wants to graffiti the whole town with. We also have 2 dancers that have that little glittery effect, which is like the cover of the album. They call this the something in Braxby look. It's very 1950s. There's also been some 9s all over the place, as well as 6s. I did count how many life preservers there are, and it was like a random number. I couldn't figure it out. But we got 9 little pleats in the curtain. That might not be one, but what is one is how many big life preservers do we have? You should know by now. It's 6. It's 6. It's 6! If anybody wants to count the stairs, I did not count how many stairs there were. There's probably something in this choreo, but I don't know what it is. I'm telling you, Reputation is coming. I swear. I'm not so proud as to say when it is coming. I don't have my clown makeup on. I'm not here to prophesy. I'm merely here to report. Eras tour jacket. But if I had to guess, I think it would be December 10th. Based off of the scavenger hunt videos and the clock in that one. Up next, we got 2 more bright lights. We have another megaphone. This one that comes on 1 minute and 13 seconds from the end of the music video, which might relate to the scavenger hunt with the orange doors. Oh my god, that one's killing me alive. And another Easter egg. How many people are in this scene? 47, which we still haven't figured out the 47 one yet. Let's keep going. This one, obvi, is a pretty big one. Sequins Are Forever is a line. Keeping It 100, which is also number 87. That's pretty cute. Featuring Kitty is the name of the character in Life of a Showgirl. Finley is Taylor Swift's mom's maiden name and Marjorie, her grandma's last name. And Kitty Finley is the name of her mom's Great Dane, who is in the Miss Americana music video, which is another Reputation reference. If it's not 6s, it's 9s in this thing. Which, in my crazy headcanon, I want it to be that they are making Reputation, but Evermore version. Like, they gave the Reputation tracks to the Evermore producers, and they're gonna see what happens. That would be amazing. I would love that. Because we also have a couple of Evermore references with the braid in the release party. I'm not sure. We have a watch that I can't tell the time on because Taylor's team needs to upload things in 4K. It's fine. She's also tied up with ropes. In Hamlet, there is a reference to Ophelia being tethered by love or whatever. Oh, by the way, for the record, you do not have to read all of Hamlet in order to more thoroughly enjoy this music video. But might I recommend checking out Act 1, Scene 3 or Scene 3, Act 1. Oh my god, I swear. Of course she would. Of course she would, right? Anyway, I might make a whole other video about that. But it's like every other line. Because of course she would. Another black wig. Also in the background, we have chalkboards that have the initials of all of the track titles. I'm counting this as 12, just in case I need spares. Each of the track titles is listed. There are people saying that they could see rep in these ropes. I couldn't see it anywhere though. I will say what she is right next to her face, is the number 6. I'm telling you. Also, we have a poster for Sequins Are Forever, starring Sabrina Carpenter, and something else. I don't know what else, because Taylor needs to upload in 4K. It's fine. 2 stage left, and orchestra might be something I don't know. Ooh, up next, orange feathers. Not unlike the orange bird that we got going on. And their fans. Who called it? Me. This look, can anybody tell me if this is orange or red? Because I thought it was orange, but then I posted something online about her looks being half orange, half black. Another rep indicator. And somebody told me that I was colorblind. I was like, the thing I was talking about is literally the Life of Show Girl promo. You're not gonna tell me that it's red. But if it is, it might be for the Chiefs. We got more white diamonds. We've got how many dancers? Count them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I need to see how many times they've got 6 dancers. 9 gems on her little necklacey thing. It's a lot of 6s and a lot of 9s, which is what that number in the Ode to the Chiefs adds up to also. Up next, we've got another jacket like the Eras Tour and Lavender Haze. We've got another exit sign. People think that the exit signs means that she's going to be leaving the industry after like TS13. I don't think she knows how. I think she's a workaholic who doesn't know how to do that sort of thing. 6 dancers. Oh, right here, we've got little Chihuahua barking at me, and it's in a Barbie bag. You call me a boring Barbie. She's also got the glasses like Charlie is famous for having. Charlie XCX, Actually Romantic, is probably a beef song about her. Next, we've got the football, of course, and look at what Cam is wearing. Tell me that's not Reputation. I'm gonna count up just the Reputation eggs, and I swear it's gonna be something insane and annoying. How many of these lights do you think there are? I'll spoil it, it's 6. Oh, on the doorway, room 87. Orange confetti, also like Life of a Show Girl. Candle wax and glitter on the hallway. How many members of the Eras Tour band in this marching band? You better believe that it's 6. And this one is not an Easter egg, but I just like the guy who's playing the cello who put the hat on his cello. That is cute to me. Then we've got the bird from before, no longer landing on her hand, but flying off into freedom. Mayhap to the next music video? What's that? Light up over there? Looks a little bit like a Ferris wheel. Potential. I got a couple more. What's that? But the shape of her ring, baby. What's that, an Oscar on the bathroom floor? We have more perfume, and of course, we have the reference to the cover. And that is cleanly more than 130 Easter eggs in this gosh dang thing. You. If you ever commit a murder, I'm coming after you. And there you have it. That's all the Easter eggs that I personally saw in the Fate of Ophelia music video. I hope you liked it. This was not as cleanly polished of a video today, but I figured you guys would just want to know the whole thing. Anyway, thank you for watching. Please be sure to like and subscribe. Check out my Patreon. You can join for as low as $1, and I've decided that the first 10 Patreon members are going to be getting a pun associated to their name. It's a pretty cool place. Please go support my digital busking. Thank you. Bye.
Oh my god, it's pre-Raphaelite. Like in the 1800s when they were like, we're gonna go back to the Renaissance. We're going pre-Raphaelite. It's Raphael. Oh. Art history for pop music fans indeed.
Gotta upload it in 8K because then it compresses into 4K. You can't do 4K, it compresses into 1080p. It's fine.